Hello, everyone. I apparently haven't been muted, but I don't think I've been saying anything. But hello. Welcome in, everybody. Today is Esoteric Ebb Day. We're going back to this Disco-Elysium style adventure CRPG? What's the C stand for? I can't remember. Either way, we're heading back to that. Last time we didn't do a ton. We did our character creation where we decided that we made a very strong, very stupid person. Our stats in D&D are 16 strength, 10 dexterity, 14 constitution, 6 intelligence, 8 wisdom, and 12 charisma. We woke up, looked at a dead body, couldn't realize that it was a dead body. There's a pile of apples everywhere. Oh, hello. Is that what this is? These are from Schmauderkeg, bud. Over here. Yeah, it's a fresh bag, so you're hyped. CRPG. Come on, pal. Oh. Why did you only take one? What are you doing? One more time. There we go. There we go. Oh, the C stands for computer. It's a computer role-playing game. But apparently it also can mean classic or other things like that. Yeah. That's what I was just looking up at the same thing, I think. Oh, there he goes. But we're here. We're doing a computer role-playing game. Head on over to the game cam. And I think without too much further ado, let's get into it, yeah? Okay. Back to the lower layer. Right, there's an election in 5 days, also. Oh, a cleric RPG. You're so right, Pegasus. That's what the C is. Cleric RPG. Yes, we are the cleric, if I remember correctly. Our questing tree. Class conflict. You've declared yourself the cleric of Norvik 2 times. It's a grand title, suitable for a true human cleric like yourself. The tea shop that blew up. Right. Our purpose in Tolstad is to investigate an exploded tea shop. Locate this establishment and gain entry. And the first ever election will take place in just a few days. What will you vote for? I've said one time that politics isn't for me. And being apolitical sure is neat. Oop. 5 days is the actual limit of the game, but don't worry, it's plenty. Awesome. I figured. I hadn't heard anybody, like, being bothered by the time limit or anything. And I know that's a very contentious thing, as I am somebody who is also contended by it. Whatever. So if cleric is strength, what is wisdom? Yeah, I too hate time limits, Myth. I'm with you. A divine shrine covered in apples. Wisdom is druid, of course. Thank you. That makes sense. I was thinking it might have been paladin, but that didn't make a ton of sense to me. I don't know. That's sensible. Divine scripture, where it does not belong. I will engage with the altar. Shrine of earth. The runes fill your senses as you approach. At the center, you see his red eye watching over you. Yet, the color is faded. This monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. Are these rare? No. You will find shrines like this all over Norvik. These old things are still around, huh? A rock? Yes, they tend to be. It is a shrine to your god. Protect it. Summaries of the stats made it... I mean, I think the thing is, Annie Danny, I am a cleric. It's just, what else am I? Am I a cleric and the cleric? Am I a cleric and a wizard? Am I a cleric and a bard or a rogue or whatever? And right now, I'm suspecting that we are a cleric and probably a fighter, depending on what our constitution is associated with. A sacred shrine left in this state. It's an insult to Earth and all of his people. Indeed. Yet you are very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. You can absolutely convince yourself that you are something else. Oh, good. The city is lost, but it is not yet lost. How poetic. You're also aware that the city is very much in need of change. Change from what? An honorable lifestyle? A peaceful city for humans to prosper in? Change from the stagnations of a mire of decay. Earth's crusade brought triumph. The corruption brought after his fall is due to exactly that kind of filthy rhetoric. Now, that doesn't mean the rest of the world will agree that you aren't a cleric. That's fair. I don't care what they think, though. I deeply care what they think. You're certainly allowed to be wrong in your opinion there. Remove the apples. It does not take long for you to move some of the nasty apples away from the front of the shrine. A small improvement, but big in the heart. Can I pray here? To what exactly? To Earth, of course. Earth. I need to pray to Earth. You may pray as you wish. Kneel. Move on. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has a reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends one spell slot of the corresponding level. Prepare spells. To the right, you may view a list of all of your available spells. In order to cast spells, you need to first prepare them by approaching shrines, which are scattered around the city. For each spell you wish to prepare, fill in its empty slot to the right. You may only prepare a spell if you have a spell slot of the corresponding level available. At the bottom left, you may view your current spell slots. Each circle represents one spell slot, which you may expend to cast a spell. Aha! Down here. You may only cast spells when there is a use for them. When a spell is castable during a specific situations in dialogue, the spell tile button of that particular spell will be lit up. Spell tile buttons can be found next to your spell slots once you have finished preparing your spells. I think the only spell I know is Cure Wounds. So I'll prepare it. A great mountain of apples. Wait, can I heal here? Through divine assurance or something? Yes? Possibly? The gods are kind to you. Of course you can heal here, but only if you pray hard enough. Oh yeah, let's pray. Ugh. Nat 1! You focus your mind on Earth's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you. Mend you. Wait, what? Huh. Well, that's something. Sure is. But you sense there is something you've missed. What were those words? The ones you learned at the Towers? The Towers, the home of the base of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as the OACN. Cleric, a servant of a god, deeply devoted and spiritually connected, typically a divine spellcaster, given power through their deity. What other gods are there? Many. You know a few. Bulba, the last titan. First of many, a beast of yore. Beast of yore. Term for those creatures invited by yore during the Gate era. Essentially, a term for all the extremely old and ancient creatures across the coast. Can you fucking stop? Bulba was that of the hunt. Behemoths who raged across the coast. In his name, we celebrate the eternal hunt. Tokig the Gambler? A trickster, the type of god only famous for his ridiculous ploys. Praying to Tokig would, if you for some reason would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of whatever you wanted. Earth, father of Norvik. Earth is dead. Dead gods do not speak. Dead, yes, but he speaks through you. You've devoted your life to follow in his footsteps. I'm done. So you are. Pray. Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That is it. Contemplate the election. The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. Contemplate your class. Identity is not easy. It's everything from faction to home life to street. What you choose might be a first step. Choose wisely. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Always. You are the only one who is always there. No one ever answers your prayers. Finish your prayer. I'm done here. Ah, Shield of Faith. Can I add that? Yeah. Oh, I can only prepare 2 spells because I'm dumb as fuck. Perfect. A very important piece of paper. A voting card. Yeah. A scuffed voting card made out to Ragn Hemlin. It's from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked in all 5 of the parties on the list. You'll need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. This is your future. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. At the top, it says Rostkort in big, bold lettering. Rostkort means voting card in fancy Askani Dwarven. Askan, one of the 8 bands along the coast. It is a cold, mountainous realm. It is your home, also referred to as Askani. Oh, right, the election. Oh! It was nice not to think about it for once. We should just get a God King again. Worked great last time. That'd be for the best. Unfortunately, there's no good candidate available. Apart from yourself, of course. How does this thing work? After you pick it up at a district office, you only need to check the box of one of the 5 parties. Then you deliver it on election day to a polling place. Although in your case, you'd need to write the name of the party you want in the corner along with a signature. Since you filled out every box, like an idiot. Look at the list of parties. Nationalist, Party of Norvik. Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Earth's will. A theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. Magistrate, the highest government position beyond the Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norvik for 10 to 12 years, depending on their bloodline. Lord Patriarch, the commander of the city forces and top cleric beneath Earth. The title is appointed by Earth. Currently, Lord Akasam holds the title, having led the city for the past 30 years. He is a withdrawn leader, over 80 years of age, and has put most power in the hands of the magistrates. Akasam, the Lord Patriarch of Norvik, the supposed face of the Nationalist Party, but due to his withdrawn behavior, most campaigning is done by the magistrates. Freestrider, Revolutionary Party. Freestrider, the new way! People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. Free Cities, a collection of city-states and reeds, all united under the golden banner of Freestriderism. Norvik will join them one way or another. Asgalist, Workers' Party. Asgalist, the workers who built the city and want to rule it. Seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society, where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share?
Agrarian. Rural party. Agrarian. Those who live off the earth. Simple people. People of the land. The common clay of the Ascani fields. Their political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalis.
All these parties sound dreadful. Arcanist, Party of Magic. Oh, maybe not that one. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want, or just leave it empty for a null vote. The box next to each party is filled in with a smudged checkmark, including the last empty one. Smart move. No one can get mad if you vote for every party.
Idiotic. You need to pick a side and stick with it. Your honor is on the line.
Are these all the parties? Yes, all of them. At least that you know of. Good to know. A guy! He looks indecisive. This one looks good. A pile of apples. You stare at the pile of apples.
Apples are good for you.
Whose apples are these?
Not yours.
Maybe they're grown somewhere around here. Or below. From the ground. Or from trees. Like potatoes. Or tomatoes.
You are now hungry.
Should these be stored alongside corpses? Of course not. It's nasty.
Eat the apples. You are now hungry.
It's just apples. They won't damage the corpses.
It's certainly a violation against city code. Probably. Something tells you that no, they should not.
Could I eat my way through this pile of apples?
A tremendous challenge worthy of your attention. It would be greatly beneficial.
Ability checks. Roll a d20 with your modifiers to get a unique outcome. That's a lot of apple.
Yes.
Start eating.
You look upon this challenge with determination. Your stomach is empty. Dig in. The first apple goes down the hatch.
An apple a day, then 10,000 apples a day. If I eat every apple, I will become immune to doctors. Another one.
Number 2 goes well. You chew in peace.
Now the third.
Yep, that sure was an apple. Going smooth so far.
Next one.
This one was harder. Your stomach fights the taste. It is getting difficult.
One more should be fine.
This is the limit. As you chow down on the apple, you feel your jaw ache. Your hands shake. Apple overdose. Dangerous stuff.
You've heard of that. Scary. Intelligence failing every single check is incredibly funny.
You feel refreshed. For a moment, at least.
If you eat 10,000 apples in a day, there will be nothing doctors can do for you. They'll be repelled like magnets.
The pile of apples towers over you still. You've barely made a dent. The apple boy is back! Oh, the apple boy is back. Yes! Eat the apple, apple boy!
Feel sick. You feel sick. You see, as you feel sick, you see something sticking out of the pile of apples. A piece of paper. No. It's a spell scroll.
You worked hard for it. Good job.
I have dancing lights. Ah, the scroll is just for a simple cantrip. Oh well. You quickly memorize the scroll, consuming it into your psyche, as you always do. There's like 5 apples, weak shit. Pray to the earth for the strength to eat all the apples. That's a good point. I should go pray to the Titan of the earth to eat all of the apples. Let's see if we can do that. Some people at the towers used to fear your innate power to master magic like that, which is understandable. It's pretty terrifying. Cantrips are spells that can be cast at will outside of dialogue. They do not consume spell slots. You can access your cantrips in the bottom right. Very cool! Check out the cantrip. Oh! You create a torch-sized light within range, making it appear as a torch, lantern, or glowing orb that hovers in the air for the duration. Whichever form you choose sheds a dim light in a 10-foot radius. Pray. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. Oh, wait, hang on. I think I have to... What other gods are there? Oh, I can't specifically pray to them. Damn. Not yet, anyway. Not at this shrine. I gotta eat more apples. I want to be the apple boy. What's this? Oh, it's a short rest. Spend 1 hour to recover. Oh, there's a lot of shit here. Okay. Right, this is the indecisive man. I am a cleric of Earth, technically. Zombie. Fuck off. Verizon just texted me. I don't care. You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence.
He is unaware of you.
Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. What is your name, sir? He does not even look at you. Identify yourself, citizen. Wait. Is this a zombie? What's he doing? Seems to be fussing over the apples. Or something. Sir, are you a member of the undead? He does not respond. Not even a groan. How disappointing. I found this voting card over there. Is it yours? The zombie does not even grunt in your direction. He just keeps working. Slowly.
You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe.
You're very rude. Did you know that? The zombie appears to rattle a bit. We need to establish an Asgalist government. It's the only way for us average peasants not to fall back into the oppression of feudalism, or worse, a magocracy. The voter fraud quest has begun.
A weak state that will crumble in seconds.
The zombie just keeps moving apples. As long as we don't collapse like the original Asgalian Undercoast State did. Or the Vizca Kingdoms. Or the Three Wings of the Divinitorum. Or the, apolitical voter fraud in it purely for the love of the game. Are we a socialist himbo? Myth. It's me. Of course we are. The fleshy ball plank does not reply or counter your words. Am I boring you? The zombie carefully places another apple at the top of the pile.
Clearly a weak man, left to rot below his indecisive nature.
Should I defeat this zombie?
Yes, it is only just. Undead are not to be allowed. Excuse me. Undead are not to be allowed in Norvik.
I mean, obviously attack the zombie.
Yes, deal with this foul creature.
Encounters are turn-based conflicts, where each participant takes turn rolling dice and taking actions. During your turn, you are able to perform one dice action, as well as cast one spell of your choosing. The order is determined by an initiative roll.
Don't let the shambler get the jump on you now.
Oh, he got the jump on me.
Ah! How are you slower than a damn zombie?
The slow zombie just stands there.
No, he's reacting. It's just taking some time. Your turn. Show him no mercy. No, stay. Do not make the foist move.
I feel like the zombie might work here. Okay, here's the thing, though. I trust my gut, literally. Let's wait.
You take a deep breath, staring at the zombie's every move. You stay put.
I started the fight and still got caught off guard. Yep. That feels right for this dipshit.
The zombie is hostile.
His neck snaps around the withered face now facing yours. The zombie bites down on you hard. Ow!
The pain is temporary.
Yeah, I did have to roll to see if I could do nothing. Okay, this zombie is off the hook. You didn't really do anything to piss him off, did you?
This undead abomination must be apprehended before he causes damage to innocents. Yes!
You should probably try to de-escalate. Just a tip.
Grab him! Get his arm! You successfully grab his arms. Your thick, gloved hands wrap around his frail wrists and keep them stable. He's not getting away now. This ends now.
Again, the zombie snaps its mouth at you.
This time he latches on. Hard. Your final chance. Do not falter.
Finish this with a sucker punch.
Knock him out! Yes!
Catching your breath, you stare at the now unmoving creature.
Justice dispensed.
Now go loot him. Get that fancy tooth.
Oh, it's a wisdom tooth. For wisdom. Is it a filed tooth in decent condition? You feel a tingle in your palm when you hold it. I guess it's a trinket. I like that the voting card makes me stupider. Is it a weapon? Oh, it's a book. Yeah, we're dumb. All right, we're down to a -3 in intelligence. I'm so proud of us, everyone. Ooh. Imported goods. The receiver is marked as HWBT. A basket of apples. Some look okay-ish. Oh. I should eat the apples. Let's get stupid! How do I eat the apple? In Zoom. Perfect. An almost empty box, except for a stale treat and a pouch. Earth crowns, the official currency minted in Norvik's Riksbank. These silver coins are most valuable among River Torna, as Norvikian River's Reach offers its support in trade and general commerce. A traditional Norvikian baked bread, the cardamom treat, is famous around the coast. Or if it's not, it should be. A slightly broken, standard issue Earthguard blade. A glow glass. Very common magic item. A crate filled with sand. You approach a crate full of sand. You don't need to preemptively consume items that give you your spell slots back if you try to cast a spell while out of slots at all. Oh, that's cool. That's handy. Inspect the crate. You notice a little marking on the back with the letters HBWT. The lid has been tossed behind it. Look at the sand. The crate is filled to the brim. It's just sand. Touch the sand. Your gloved hand trails across the surface. The sand shifts slightly at your touch. Underlined choices are more risky, but might offer more reward. You dive in with your whole hand, fingers first. This one does not. Then you feel a tug, a grip, and finally a pull. Wait, Your shoulder is almost pulled out of its socket. Struggle. You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but in the process, the sand grabs onto the front of your helmet. Your face is now sinking. I should give up, right? The sand will be a benevolent master.
Fight! You grab the rim of the crate with both hands. But as you put your entire adrenaline-filled arms to work, you feel energy being sapped from your veins. You are being sucked out of your skin. As you keep pushing, you realize you could get out at this point. However, then you would have to leave your helm behind.
Do I really need to keep the helmet on?
Yes, you do. Damn it.
Try to keep the helmet on.
Your muscles turn to mush as you stop your struggle.
Escape without losing your helmet.
You grab the rim of the crate with both hands.
The hazy noise of a head no longer filled with so much blood screams in your ear. I will not die in this crate. Push.
Filled with purifiers of adrenaline, your muscles creak and your bones crack. And it pays off. Within seconds, the rock-hard grip of the sand loosens. Then it drops entirely. You swing your head back, filling your lungs with air as a trail of sand follows you.
Within an instant, the sand snaps back into the crate, not a single grain dropping to the floor.
You stumble back.
Glancing over to the crate, you see its content now lies still, like nothing happened.
You should put on the lid to make sure that this does not happen to somebody else.
Shake your head to get rid of the sand in your ears.
It helps. A lot.
Am I alive? Bridge, welcome in. Scoop, welcome in. Yeah, we got our heads sucked by sand. We also fought a zombie. We lost the initiative roll to it and then had a standoff with it and then wrestled. Why is that here? Am I alive?
Yes!
Carefully put on the lid. You take a very, very careful step towards the crate to grab the lid. Then you put it gently on top.
Your job here is done.
I've done a great service to the community. Leave. Why do I have 2 sword slots? Fascinating. Can I have 2 swords? All right, our strength is up. Our wisdom is down. That's fine. Ooh, what's this little door back here?
Nope, you're dead.
There's a door inside this tunnel. Can't open it from this side. I'll have to go around. Damn. Stairs leading down far into the city below. Yeah, let's go down. As soon as I sent I live, I accidentally closed my laptop. Oh, no! City below. The city below the city. The tea shop's probably not down here, right? Glowing mushrooms. Must be tasty. Swamp extract. A small fungal spore ball. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They are not mind-altering. Probably. Something soft latches itself around your ankle. What is that? A snake or something? Huh? Avoid the trap! Oh, we didn't.
It tightens around your boot. With a violent tug, you're forced to the ground, hitting your head on the back of your head on the steps. Before you can even react, your entire body has been dragged over the edge.
No, no, no!
You're falling, but not far. With a painful snap, your descent is stopped, and now you're simply left hanging.
Seems like I'm in a bit of a pickle.
You don't say.
How long can I hang like this?
Not long. Your skull is pooling. Within minutes, you will lose control of your mind.
Pull yourself up! Oh, thank God we're incredibly strong. Yeah, 3 failures in a row, instantly step into the trap. It was 4 failures in a row, because I also failed the dex check. Fail, 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 fail. Oh, we're awful at anything that isn't physical.
A final deep breath. You feel the numbness spread as you heave upwards, one gloved hand grabbing the rope, then another. Through sheer power, you pull your entire body weight upwards, climbing higher and higher until you roll over the edge.
Get the rope off!
Your fingers dart around your ankle, desperate to remove the latched rope. You rip it off and toss it to the side. Free! Safe! Alive!
Laugh like a madman. Your laughter rings out in the empty chasm below. Have you lost it, or what?
You take a deep breath. Air fills your lungs. You are alive.
Check out the rope. Extremely sturdy rope, thick, soft to the touch. You do not know the name of this material. Must be exotic. Creepy. Let's go. How many more traps can I step in, I wonder? Oh, big pit. Big pit? It's a long way down. Despite everything, you are alive. Somehow. It's because we're an incredible cleric is the thing. What the... Oh. A rat! It's not really running from you. Well, what is it? A white rat. It acts shyly, but it approaches you nevertheless. It looks like it doesn't really want to get grabbed by you, but it also doesn't fight it. Instead, it just follows along. Sort of not very happy with the situation, but what can you do? Is it a weapon? I could probably wear this. Oh, it's an outfit. There's no point to me equipping this, but I love him, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm equipping the T-pose rat, even though it is strictly negative. That's the spirit of this game, I think. A door. How interesting. Out. You approach the firmly shut doors. They appear to not be open. Dustin, you're so right, Smouterkeg. Algernon's also good. We've had two horrible little rat friends in games over the stream career. The legendary, horrifying Out. These are all over any proper dungeon.
As it should be.
Dungeon? Have you looked around? Legendary?
Truly.
Horrifying? Yeah. In a figurative sense. Logistically, maybe. Should be?
Should be.
Out? The one and only. It's something door. One-way door. They keep popping up all over the place underneath Norvik. Sometimes upstairs too, but that's rarer. So I'll need to find the other side in order to open it. That's the logic here, yes. Oh, it's a does not open from this side. Right. Well, I'll have to keep an eye out. So be it. What is this? A shard. A shard of yore. A bright rock. It fits your hand nicely. These can be found all over Norvik, and some speculate they are shards of yore's pillar. To untrained hands, they have no inherent value, but you might use these to alter faith itself. Fate itself. God, I can't read today. Spend in dialogues to unlock dice checks. Oh, so if I fail, it's a retry, sort of, I guess, is my... Presuming it's not a one-and-done check. Hey, can we look at this obviously secret door? No? Okay. Pillar of yore. You look up at the pillar. Esoteric Ebb added. The relic rises upward, endlessly upward. Right! This old thing. Some checks can only be attempted once per rest. Shards let you retry without rest. Okay, cool. Remaining until the end.
A gate to another time.
It looks a bit broken. Cracked. Yes. You're certain it is indestructible, but clearly it was once not. Several pieces of the pillar float around in the air, especially as it reaches upwards into the clouds above the city. What kind of power would be capable of damaging this? Gods?
The fundamental forces of reality.
Can I make money off this thing? No way.
They don't even take admission to see it, since it's such a trivial sight. It's a bit of a tourist destination, supposedly, but most people who travel the coast have seen one before. So it's not that interesting.
How many of these pillars exist?
8? Something like that. One for each band.
But ours is the best one, right?
They're all equally useless.
It's a sign of Earth's power, so yes, this is the best one.
They are seen as a status symbol by many. Like a legitimization thing.
But the fact is that no one has managed to make use of them in any way, despite their esoteric nature.
Esoteric? The magic of Yor and his strings. The coast is infused with it.
Yor, the name of our realm. Also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate era. So the pillars of Yor are relegated to being visual landmarks, seen from across the coast, through clouds and mist for miles.
So, what do I do with it? You can always attempt to focus on it. Learn from this ancient relic.
Since you're the master of all esoteric things, you could probably crack the secret of this pillar. Learn how it works, and master it, and gain ultimate power, and so on.
Get closer. The pillars are strings on a cosmic lute. As you do, you feel the air itself tingle.
Power.
It whispers to you, unintelligibly. You place your hand upon the cold surface.
Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it has seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given to one's god or king or people? The thoughts stir in you a deep sense of longing. Perhaps one day you will join in that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now. Try feeling it.
Ooh, I'm not feeling it. Closing your eyes, you begin to focus. Your mind placed squarely at the center of this esoteric force. Your mind forms into an arrow, and you fire it forward, but it is repelled. Opening your eyes, your hand is no longer pressed against the cold surface of the pillar. You are instead holding it against your heart, shaking.
This is wrong.
Yes. Try again later. Whatever is whispering to you from beyond is more powerful than you imagined. Can I touch it again? I see. Okay, so I could try it again with the shard. Yeah, fuck it.
We're really feeling it!
Your gloved hand presses against the surface.
You find the will to listen, to bear the burden of that solemn voice,
Close your eyes and pray.
silently mumbling the same words as always to your God, to your people, and to this great city. It fades. The voices grow, not in size, but in number. Some of them join in your prayer. Some dismiss it. Some hate it. Before you, a dark landscape stretches, covered in the bodies of the damned and the waiting, their souls on display for judgment and callous sorting. Among them, you see one face turn to look at you. At first, you believe it to be him. Then you understand as the man who appears to be both younger and older gives you the kind of look of regret a father would have on seeing the return of a lost child. He turns to face the stairs. You watch him go again, again, again. Your heart is racing, blood pumping. You'll get a grip. The vision is faded. Whatever you saw, it quickly disappears deep into your skull. The pillar does not whisper here. It screams. Go down. Further down.
You understand plainly. There is more to this pillar you need to investigate. In time, and further below. I love my fucking Chad walk. Okay, we're at about the halfway point of the stream, y'all. So we are going to do our 3-minute ad break. Grab a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you gotta do. And we will see you again in about 3 minutes, everybody. See you soon.
We will go deeper. Deeper.
I love my T-pose rat. Hi, bud. The executive producer is here. He's giving notes. Pardon me. All right, I think I have a solid 6 voices for these brain ghosts. And a 7th for myself, technically. I assume it just takes your 2 highest stats and puts them here. I really like the design that they did for the stats. Forget the tea shop. We're going to unlock the secrets of the universe through the pillar. I'm going to commune with this big rock. I don't care what my job is. Woke up and immediately decided to go down into the depths. I mean, yeah. What else am I going to do, man? If you give me a choice to go up or down, I'm going to go down. If you give me a choice to go left or right, I'm going to go left. If you give me a choice of heads or tails, I'm going to pick tails. Every time. I mean, we will, I think, investigate the tea shop at some point. We're not gonna investigate the tea shop. Myth, I'm gonna follow my heart, and we're gonna end up where we're gonna end up. Though I should probably get my partner. Listen, I've already started going down. I'm gonna go down until I reach conflict, and then I'll turn around and go back up. I gotta find the opposite side of that one-way door, though. Hey, we're back. Oop. The executive producer is gone. Okay. Esoteric Ebb. There's a pillar to Jorah's realm, and you heard his voice. Find it at his closest pillar. It reaches deep. Investigate it on every level. You felt a connection with the voices inside the pillar, down in the city below. You saw something that shook you. Moongore! Hoobed Guardian. A brute, a beast, and a warrior. She could break you easily. Probably. Well, my evaluation to her stats are gone. So. Halt! Human. A hairy beast towering over you, its face contorted into a stern and probably permanent frown. Do not pass further. This woman does not hold power over you. Do not let her stand in your way. Woman? Oh boy. Yes, this is clearly a female. A real one, capable of terror beyond your sight and sound. How do you do? She gives you a perplexed look and gestures in several directions. HWBT, the Halfway Bridge Tribe, commonly called the Halfways, one of the 3 goblin tribes in Norvik and arguably the most influential despite their small size, led by Lady Miska Sageleaf with their headquarters in the Goblin Garden on Tolstead. Goblin, short and green, got claws and fangs, little monsters. They've got 3 tribes in Norvik and are considered somewhat civilized. I'm working. Go away. I, Moongore of the Rigid. No, that's it. I, Moongore of the Rigid, and the HWBT demands it. The bugbear places a hand on its weapon. A morning star, beware. I believe the term is flanged mace. Wait, which one has the ball on a chain and which one has the ball on a stick?
A club. Keep it simple.
She sure keeps her hand on it. Can I ask you some quick questions?
No!
Can I ask some more personal questions? She glares at you.
I will not entertain you with an answer. Now leave.
Can I go in the other direction? She grunts.
I do not recommend it. There are devilish traps along these halls. And do not enter the crypts. There is an undead guardian.
An undead? But that's the kind of stuff I take care of.
You? No, I do not believe you can take on an undead warrior by yourself.
Whom do you serve? She snorts.
I work for the Halfways. I serve Lady Sageleaf.
Halfways, short for HWBT, the Halfway Bridge Tribe. So I need to ask her for permission if I want to pass? She squints and thinks for a few seconds.
Yes. If she gives you permission, I will let you pass, but I do not think...
She stops mid-sentence.
Are you a cleric?
I am the cleric, yes.
Because I heard a cleric was sent. Because of the explosion.
The path of being a cleric is becoming even more familiar.
What are you doing down here? The dragon is waiting.
Oh, what? Look around wildly. Where? She groans loudly.
You fool! I'm talking about Lady Sageleaf of the Halfway Bridge Tribe. Head up the stairs. The apple tunnel is usually locked, so you'll have to leave the Lich House by going all the way up.
Apple tunnel?
Silence! You head up the stairs, okay? After that, you head south. Go across the grass. There should be a goblin standing guard. Right at the garden entrance. Talk to him. Are you able to follow these instructions?
Treat her with respect. She's clearly a powerful woman. Mom. Yes, Mom.
Then...
The bugbear stops and looks at you with a wild rage in her eyes. Mom.
Then go!
Her roar causes you to stir. Okay, bye. Well, fine. Fine. We'll go back upstairs. Or, oh wait, no, I already did try going down there. No, come on. The joys of isometric pathfinding. I like Moongore. She's big. She'll probably kill me. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mom. Mom? Sorry. Mom? A guy. He's not moving. I think that went well. I think that could have gone worse. A spiral staircase. Ancient architecture. Viskin's Lair, Upper Tolstead. Good morning, cleric. Viskin, local mortician. The Pale Man handles corpses in a basement. A typical self-employed city contractor. The Red Eye of Earth. Yor left his mark across the bands. Today it is a universal sign of magic. Oh, look at that little kobold dude. No, I'm going to talk to him first. Ost, Chief of Security. Oh, I love him. Whoa! Nat 20. I know everything about him. Ost, Chief of Security. Kobold, level 9 rogue, lawful evil. This one's quite hostile. Stay on your feet. His expressionless eyes seem to keep watching at all times. He's obviously determining where to strike you to die as quickly as possible. How humane. Usually kobolds are only dangerous in large numbers. This one appears extremely deadly on his own. There's something deeper in his connection to his master. This kobold holds the Pale Man as highest possible value. Literally his personal god. The Pale Man The pale man sits, hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of Serpentine Drake. That symbol, it's on a lot of official documents of the city.
That is the great perch of Norvik, the drake-like sea creature found along the River Torna. Earth was known to tame these creatures, and eventually the great perch became the symbol of his great city. The River Torna, the second largest documented river along the coast, splitting the band of Ascani in half.
Up and about, are we? Wonderful.
Death. This is death.
I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there's anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. He smiles at you.
This person emanates an immense power. Foul? Perhaps. More accurately, it is simply there, immovable, eternal. Beware.
Look around the room. Books and flasks litter the circular chamber. It's dimly lit and damp. There are several corpses present. I woke up below. Yes, I know. On one of those stone slabs? Uh-huh. Next to a wet cloak. Apologies, I told Ost to throw that thing away. In full armor. Earthsguard finest. As in, next to a bunch of corpses? Why? He puts down his pen. I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. I died, didn't I? Those fishermen who brought you here certainly think so. Thought so.
Eyes of the working men do not deceive.
Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. They'd caught you in their net, believe it or not. Such a strange tale. So not dead, just a bit wet. Where can I find these fishermen? He ponders your question. I did not ask for the names, sorry to say. But perhaps Water Lane? That's just a guess. Water Lane, the largest trade port in Norvik, located in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges, considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. Good guess. Lots of boaters hang out there. Either that or the local tavern. I hope you find them.
How did I end up in a river? Not a river, the river.
I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad. Perhaps. I would never fall. It must have been an assassination attempt. How awful. Who were these fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that.
Find them. They hold the truth.
So I am, in fact, alive? The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes. I believe you are.
Alive. Once dead.
I have some other questions, I think. Do you now? Figure out what's weird about this guy. Nat 20. You stand there, mulling over all you know of this strange, pale mortician, when your attention is drawn to the air around you. It is damp and dry, cold, piercing through your chainmail, leaving you with an uncomfortable feeling, a feeling that appears locked within this place, the tower. You close your eyes, focusing intensely on that feeling all around you. It's not natural. It's very much esoteric. A negative energy flow permeates this place to its core. 2 natural 20s back to back, I think, actually. Or at least close, but yeah, damn. All of it focused around a single point. The pale man. By the gods, he's covered in negative energy. Even worse, it emanates from him. This is no human. What you are looking at here is but the thin disguise of a creature most foul, most powerful. No mere spellcaster, no mere arcanist, no mere wizard. Viskin is a lich. Viskin is a lich.
Abomination.
Like an actual lich? The eat your soul and play with your bones type lich?
Yes. You're afraid so. What do I do with this information? You have a choice. Either try to deal with this directly, or contact relevant authorities. You should investigate this further. But what if... Himbo Cleric figures out secret by closing his eyes and feeling the vibes. Am I a thrall? Unclear. But what if... I don't mean to interrupt, Cleric, but you've been standing here in silence for almost 5 minutes now. Was there anything else you wanted? There's a zombie in your basement. Oh, how quaint. No, an undead abomination right below. I understand. We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander as they please. Local Himbo's vibe check finds Lich. Local Himbo unsure of what to do with this information. I don't think I can take him. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sage Leaf. I pay good crowns for HWBT protection. Oh, so it's all a misunderstanding then. Wait, no. I don't actually believe you. What do you mean, Cleric? He must be punished. That zombie is clearly working for you. That's illegal. I greatly apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that let this undead creature enter this tower. I will make sure to tighten up security in the future. This isn't... Ost will do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. The kobold gives a screeched yell. Yes, master! I will also make sure to report this to both the HWBT and the militia. You're clearly doing something shady here, so... Of course. I'll be sure to ask for a thorough inspection by the PCG. PCG? Pest Control Guild? If there is anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and unveiled.
Holy shit, he just keeps going.
Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It is because of great men like you that the city still stands. I am sure a good word to your patriarch will ensure a promotion of some kind as well, especially with this great work you're doing on this tea shop, this...
Make him quiet.
Resist his incredible oratory power, or make him shut up. You feel a red veil cover your vision.
You feel a red veil cover your vision. Muscles clenching. You know what to do.
Slam your fist into the stone desk.
No! Before the pale man gets another word, your gloved fist hits the stone slab desk with a loud thud.
For the first time, you see a genuinely baffled expression appear on his face.
And then... pain.
Slowly lift your broken fist off the desk. Cleric?
You've broken the law, mortician.
Oh.
It's time to pay. Despite the pain, you feel like a real man.
The pale man takes a deep breath. He reaches below into his desk and brings forth a pouch. An isolated incident. It will not be repeated. He hands it to you. A bunch of crowns. Crowns. The Norvikian crown. The main coinage in Norvik.
This isn't a bribe, is it?
Of course not, cleric. As a city cleric, you obviously have the ability to accept Dagsboter on behalf of Norvik. Dagsboter, dwarven for day fine. Some might call it legal extortion, but it really depends on the district. Violation of the Bone Purge Code, Article 4. In singular violation case, a Dagsboter of minor class is issued. In relation to my status as a Tolstad business owner, that'd be precisely 25 crowds. How does he know that?
Well done. Justice has prevailed.
Now that that issue is behind us, anything else you needed? I require assistance with some things. Yeah, he seems to know the code around necromancy very, very closely. How fascinating. Of course, cleric. Anything for the city. You called me cleric. I did, yes. I am the cleric. Good for you. An example of that sarcasm thing mentioned before.
Your purpose is here. You serve the city as a cleric of the river.
Though I'd love to ask, what type of cleric are you? Type?
Yes. If you're a clergyman, you might run a congregation for the local religion or deity.
Holy man on a holy mission.
Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic variety, city officials speaking for the religious state.
Rules are meant to be broken. You're not some stiff councilman.
You, however, must be an arcane cleric.
No, I am the chosen one.
The pale man stops and ponders your response.
Chosen for what?
To die. Been there, done that.
Really? Good luck with that.
So, what do you know about spellcasting?
Quite a bit.
Can you teach me magic? A slight smirk creeps onto his face.
I sadly don't have the time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make time if you're interested. Until then, you are free to browse my collection,
He says, glancing at the many books along the western wall.
and of course, here, a copy of Charm Person. It will surely be useful to you.
Would a clerical cleric be a taxman? Yeah, probably. That's a great shortcut to charming people, although you gotta be careful with the fallout. If you care about such things.
Can you teach me the very basics of spellcasting?
Oh? I mean, of course. As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at a shrine.
When a high intelligence NPC gets into an extended conversation with an idiot PC, 100%, I love it.
There's one downstairs, by the apples.
Where can I find more shrines?
There's the Temple of Earth, of course. It's just up the stairs, past the pillar. There's also one on Water Lane View, I believe, past the trade post. You'll find more hidden around every corner. I can promise you that.
How do I get more spells?
2 ways. You could spend time learning them, drafting pages out of palace archives.
The Palace, an unofficial nickname for the current rulers of Norvik, named after the Palace District in which most central authority resides.
Or the great library in the towers, since you obviously would have some access to that. However, I don't believe you have time for either of those options. So I would suggest the other route.
What's that?
Spell scrolls.
Oh, yeah, I saw one downstairs.
Yes, a piece out of my collection.
Oh.
You are very much allowed to indulge, cleric. I am glad to assist the city in any way. Now, Tolstad is filled with all kinds of strange caches, so you'll probably encounter more by just looking around. If you get your hands on a scroll,
then just memorize it. Cantrips or spells, doesn't matter. I'm sure you're talented enough to memorize them on the spot.
We'll see about that.
He nods to you and goes back to his writing. That's all I have to ask about spellcasting.
Very well. If you want to practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal on my servant, Orst.
Trading a servant like that is despicable.
I don't want to do that. In fact, it sounds quite awful.
Fair enough. Just remember that spells are terribly useful when applied properly.
I don't know where to go.
Your shaky voice makes you sound positively fort with Vlad. Complete and utter despair of flesh and bone.
I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there is a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you.
What rumor?
Just common murmuring. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She is down in the Goblin Garden.
Goblins
Are green.
Of course you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous.
They call her the Dragon of Tolstad.
She sounds scary.
She is. Treat her with respect, cleric.
Yeah, Kilgore, Gormoon, Moongore, also mentioned that.
Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally.
Thank you for the info, Intellect. Intellect knows what they're doing.
I would even go so far as to call her de facto lawkeeper here on this island fortress.
The goblin is no lawkeeper. Only the city rules. Earth rule.
Wait, this is part of the job? Talking with some petty goblin queen?
You may find her at the southern tip of Tolstad.
The pale man says and keeps scribbling on his papers in front of you. That's all the help I need, thanks.
Great. Anything else you wanted to ask?
I'm going to go now.
Before you do, make sure you collect all your belongings.
He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick. Like he's trying not to show his interest. Weird.
What belongings?
Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card. A peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours?
I'm not sure if it's mine. Maybe. Possibly. The pale man ignores your comment.
I asked Erst to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry. Over there.
He points, he says, and points across the chamber. Ah! So that they could dry, since they were wet. How good. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk.
That is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Beyond that, you should be good.
Did I have any Weapons on me.
None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of River Torna.
Damn. You'll have to pick up something new. Maybe a warhammer?
Got it. The pale man turns his face towards you and smiles.
If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric.
He gives you a stern expression.
Good luck on your quest. I'm assuming it's yours because you are clearly an idiot.
Hey, I'm very intelligent. I'm the law in these parts.
His words burn a hole in your heart.
When exploring the city, you may move faster by running. To do so, either double-click or hold Shift. A pocket watch. Yours? Esoteric pocket watch. The silver-lined timepiece never shows the correct time of day. It is always at least 10 hours out of alignment, no matter how anyone tries to correct it. At a touch, you can feel the faint magic pulsating within. The wielder gains a greater perception of esoteric happenings and occurrences within 200 feet. I mean, that just seems really good, so yep. Wait. The clock showed up, but my rat didn't. The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. A tray of old incense. Some is still usable. I'll take it. A thick tome lies upon the iron slab. You flip the tome open. There are fine and handwritten letters scattered across the pages. While the symbols appear to be readable, you do not understand the language.
De verbis draconum, ars occulta.
The author's name appears to be Calum Diminori. Diminori. Anyone who uses this term for anything modern is either an anti-free strider or lives under a rock.
Can I try to read it?
No. You have no idea what this means.
Right.
I need to get my hands on comprehend languages. Right. That is a spell you used to keep prepared all the time. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's fairly common.
Wait. Is that...
The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched. Only a few pages of the soggy, brackenish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their ability.
No, no, no!
By Earth!
This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined.
That'll cost a fortune!
A chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. You should have protected Earth's chants more carefully. What a disgrace.
Take the ruined prayer book. A tool of an arcane cleric, an instrument of the state, used to handle rogue spellcasters. The cover indicates it is a spellbook with hymns dedicated to the River Torna, Earth's passing, and the Reconquest. This one is yours. You've spent years perfecting it. Most pages are smudged. It feels terrible to even think about the knowledge lost. You need to get it rebound. Annie Danny. You and me both, bud. I was thinking it too. Unfortunately, we can't equip it and... Oh, can I not go below 4? Because if I take the watch off, I stay at 4. And the watch gives me... Oh, wait, I didn't actually take it off. Wait, can I not take it off? The hell? I guess I can't unequip things? I'm very confused. Oh, no. Yeah, the inventory is fucking struggling. Okay, no, I can get my intelligence to 3. But I like whatever that does to give me advantage or whatever. An open manual for esoteric geometry. You know this already. But it had incense. No. Too much reading. So many books. Basic manuals, arcanist histories, novels. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. The books taunt you, bookishly. Read Autobiography Prax by Lord Phileas Prax. You take a look at the first page. In these pages I shall endeavor to recount the journey of a mind born to greatness, a will tempered by the crucible of ambition, and a spirit bound to the relentless pursuit of the arcane. My name is Phileas Prax. It goes on to make grandiose statements on his personal abilities of magic. Know this! I write not for the masses, but for the few who possess the clarity of vision to see beyond the veil of mediocrity. To them I offer my life as a lesson and a legacy, that they might learn from my triumphs and avoid the pitfalls that lie in wait for the unwary. You remember the first chapters dealing with his youth, growing up in the ruthless court of a rival house, the Hagenshags. Oh, yeah, Esogeom from school. I got a C in Esogeom. It was actually the first C I got. I slept through most of Esogeom, unfortunately. How he struggles against relentless opposition and bullying. Power is not born of blood, nor inherited by the fortune of birthright. It is cultivated in the crucible of the mind, refined by the fires of discipline, and sharpened by the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Let those who seek to rule first learn to kneel before the altar of wisdom, for it is there that true strength is forged. Same, yeah, it was boring, and it was first thing in the morning. A glorious design. Let those who learn lead, through the merit of ability and nothing else. Flip through the pages. In the second half, Prax begins to talk about his early political career, the intricacies of magocratic bureaucracy, how he learned to play the game well enough for himself to reach a dictatorship as the youngest magocratic ruler ever. The rest is mostly a collection of meditations surrounding magic and power. A strong leader with clear intent. The esoteric in its purest form is neither good nor evil. It is a tool, a force to be used, wielded by those with the intellect to do so. Yet let us not be so naive as to think that the power alone grants one the right to rule. The arcanist must also be a statesman, for the whims of unchecked magic can lead even the wisest astray. Govern with an iron hand, but let that hand be guided by the principles of reason and justice. Thus shall the state prosper, and thus shall the legacy of the magocracy endure. In the halls of power, the arcane shall be our shield and our sword. Yet remember this, the arcanist's duty is not only to himself, but to the state and its people. For in the endless pursuit of knowledge, one must not forget the price of ignorance. A vigilant mind is the guardian of civilization, and a vigilant state, the fortress of progress. Let no shadow fall upon our vigilance, for in the light of our knowledge lies the path to true dominion. The final parts of biography focus on an even deeper and more rambling side of ruling. This is way too much reading. Yes, that is true. It hurts to look at so many words at once. Shut the book. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Autobiography Prax. Read Folk Tales by the Trill Sisters. Opening the Trill Sisters book shows you an index of several tales, many of which you heard growing up. Stories for children are useless. Do not waste time here. I think I have failed every single intelligence DC that has been possible, which I'm so proud of. Out of the tales, you see the one about that you remember the most. The one about the gnome and the titan. Read a little in the large. In the old days when dragons ruled the skies and titans wandered the earth, there lived a gnome named Abacus, known far and wide as a half-wit. Whether by fate or folly, he often found himself in the oddest of places, and so it was that he stumbled into a deep valley of Asken. This valley was home to Kai Mor, the Mist Titan, a colossal being with fur as thick as the ancient forests and limbs that clutched to the very mountains. His upper body was hidden in, or perhaps made of, the swirling mists that filled the valley. But on this day, the valley was not the serene refuge it had once been. The air was thick with ash, the rivers ran black, and the trees stood as charred husks. Esuth, the ancient red dragon, had set the forests aflame, hoping to drive Kai Mor from his domain and claim the fertile valley for himself. Kai Mor was furious, his great form trembling with rage as he searched for the source of the destruction. His eyes fell upon Abacus, who was wandering aimlessly, his tiny mind more puzzled by the sudden darkness than anything else. To think that the coast was filled with these beasts of yore at one point. Oh, the passive stats are just a flat, your stat must meet this number. Oh, that makes sense. Which, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to make it a 4. That's fine. That explains why strength always has so much to say. Those aren't actually, rolls. Those are just flat numbers, yeah. Yeah, perfect. That's great. They reigned harshly and wildly. But it's not hard to see why some preferred their chaotic dominance to the tyranny of dragons. Continue the verses.
Thriklum chum, who dares bring fire where none should come? Ashes taint my sacred mist. Speak, small one, lest you be missed.
Abacus looked up, squinting through the fog, and scratched his head. Fire? No, I've no fire to share, no flame do I bring, nor ash to bear. For in the dark I see clear as day, 'tis those who can't that need the flame, they say. Yeah, like, the fact that I got intelligence, goblins are green, was one of my favorite ones that popped up.
Thriklum chum, what nonsense from your tongue does come? Who is it that needs this blaze that blackens my mist and dims my days?
Well, question thee, who needs a flame to light their path and stoke their claim? Perhaps it is Esuth, the king, whose fires to your valley bring.
Thriklum chum, the dragon's days are surely done. Guide me, gnome, to where he lies. Together we shall dim his skies.
The story goes on to wax about the friendship sparked between this eldritch titan and the silly little gnome as they sought out Esuth on his throne. The ancient red dragon then falls to the titan's might after Abacus accidentally guides him to the correct location. One of those classic stories every child in Asken is told growing up. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Folk Tales. Read The Collected Chants of Norvik by Patriarch Pili. On the first page, a short message is hand-scribbled in the corner. My belief lay in the collected humanity of Norvik. May you remember that from this collection, with honor and grace, Pilly D.
Is this a handwritten message from the second patriarch himself? Protect this book with your life. This is a sacred artifact.
Read the foreword. A dream of unity under Earth. The book begins with a lengthy essay about the foundation of Norvikian cultural values. It's really like a guide, if anything, on what a Norvikian person is, how their values come from various tribes in the old country, and how together they have formed something greater under Earth.
You've read this before, but you do get a better sense of what this all means now. It is, in some sense, a plea, a stern suggestion for every human in Norvik to lose any sense of former tribal identity, to embrace a new one, a Norvikian spirit.
The text directly explains how a new Norvikian culture will help the city grow and fight against inequality and injustice through unity. Mainly by being generous and not hoarding wealth, among other things.
A naive thought.
Then, finally, it does touch upon the connection with dwarves as well, and how the Norvikian spirit is not contained within humans only. It is not just blood, it is sweat and tears as well. Those folks who unite with us will not be seen as other. No, they too are Earth's folk. They too are Earth's guard. A lovely sentiment.
Indeed, something to live up to.
Read Torna's lament. I went with you to foreign shores, my lord, my guard. I pray you keep from harm the beasts, each shard a proof of your devotion. Thus I give myself to your folk. I give my life for a home at the river, in that sliver of land. To vanquish the beasts who roam, the evil who lair, the fires that burn. To build a life along the river. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows upon the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land.
It is your favorite.
Close the book. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Collected Chants of Norvik.
Take it. It does not belong in this foul place.
What? The heroic, powerful man-child wants to steal something?
It is not theft. It is repossession of sacred city material.
Sure. Let's just call it that next time you see a juicy coin pouch.
This is really a great book.
It is.
Should I really just take it?
Do not see it as take. You are freeing this sacred object from the Pale Man's collection. Yes, that is how you should view it.
Any day. I expect I'm going to get it once I decide whether or not I steal it or put it back.
Now take it!
By the gods, you're rabid. Love to see it.
Take the book. Gained. Item. Collected Chants of Norvik.
You place the book in your pouch.
Sell it? You will protect it. Even if taking it from the hold of a pale man makes you feel conflicted.
Glance nervously towards Viskin. As you turn around, you see the mortician staring at you. Then, he gives you a thumbs up. Return the up thumb.
Well, that makes it less exciting.
He might just be a kind-hearted man below that mask of his.
Leave the books alone. A copy of Norvikian Chants with a scribbled message from Pilly himself. This is a goddamn national treasure. Somewhat. Yeah, him just staring at you and going, I kind of fucking love the Lich. All right, we are replacing our text with the text that makes us strong. Book that make you strong. An unlocked chest full of strange rocks. Oh, yeah, perfect. Your fate one day. Yeah, I'll loot the dead. Fuck you. Mushrooms? Probably edible. An empty pot. Looking inside, you find this pot to be empty. I should not have laughed because laughing with a pulled muscle hurts. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
There is fear. You must grow sturdier.
Oh, we're going all over the place. Fix your ruined spellbook, damn it. Oh, our spellbook's so fucked. Brought to the shore by some fishermen. Brought to the lich house by some fishermen. But how did you survive your plunge into the river? I do like that weapons is in scare quotes. A standard issue Earthguard blade. One-handed usage, lightweight, crap quality. Makes you feel like a big man, an agent of the state. It's also broken in half. But if you lean, tactically, you might be able to hide the fact from your enemies. Alright, we looked at Ost. Wiggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with unflinching yellow eyes.
Even the small blade can fell a giant. Watch out for this one.
Master, say you behave!
You're adorable. The kobold glares at you.
Your commitment has begun breaking the process. Your comment has begun the breaking process. Soon, you will be the alpha.
A battle of will. Do not give in. Glare back. Your eyes meet each other, still, ever vigilant. Keep glaring. The kobold does not move. Glare some more. Yep, you're staring at each other. Glare. Eyes meet eyes. Glare, glare! You are looking at the kobold's yellow eyes. Stare in an angry or fierce way. Looking hard. Lean in close to the kobold's stern face. The intimidation factor is insane. The kobold meets your gaze and keeps meeting it. Keep staring. You keep looking at the kobold. I don't think I'm getting anything more out of this. Fair. The kobold looks at you with a cold expression. Determined. Confident. You don't tell me what to do.
I did! Just now!
A dominating force.
Fair enough.
Yes!
I have some questions for you.
Short question, go!
Who are you?
I am Ost. I am security chief in Lich House.
A strong little one. Nearly immovable.
You are a kobold.
Not question! Next!
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's not a question. Quick, save it!
Try to save the question. Oh, barely. Change course, quickly. Kobolds, what are they good for?
Many thing. Shooting human for one.
Are you a kobold?
Yes.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
Okay, sweet. All right.
Human done with questions?
Do kobolds exist?
Yes.
Am I a kobold?
No.
What are you voting in the upcoming election?
Angry human party.
The party of Norvik? Really?
Yes, they do good. Strong men lead. Bright tomorrow.
This is a good kobold. Very good kobold. Yes, principles. Tell him he is a good boy.
You're a good boy.
Thanks.
He mutters, his words oozing with disdain. That's my single question. Can I ask something else?
Okay.
How did you get this gig?
Not gig.
What is it then?
I am devoted servant for master.
Keep going.
So you're a slave,
Not slave.
and your master is...
Master Viskin.
and he owns you.
Not own. Serve.
So you're being paid.
Yes. Paid well.
Must be very well for such fierce devotion.
He gives you an expression that could be described as a frown. That is, if it looked in any way different from his regular expression. You wouldn't actually shoot me, would you?
No promise.
It's hard to take you seriously when you're so cute.
That what crossbow is for.
Can I borrow your crossbow?
Human is kidding? Not funny.
You would make greater use of it than this puny creature. Just take it.
The kobold snorts.
Go away.
Don't let this slide. Just take the crossbow.
That wasn't a question. It was a demand. Please?
No.
Try to convince the kobold. The kobold stares at you. How do we do this? Appeal to his better nature? I don't fucking know.
Stealing would be evil, so just demand it. Loudly.
That's not... No. Please don't. Better nature? Yeah, like... butter him up? Be cool and shit. How did that work? Oh! You know exactly what to say. There's only one thing that could possibly convince this kobold that you should get the crossbow. And that is, of course, Viskin asked me to get your crossbow.
Master did?
The kobold glances over at his master. Yeah, he said I needed it more than you.
What? Why?
He said you were so strong that you don't need it anymore. The kobold squints. He leans back and smirks, and then nods. Here we go. Gained item, light crossbow. The kobold reluctantly and slowly hands over his crossbow.
Master always right.
The fact that he handed it over without even asking the pale man first. Love it. With the crossbow safely in your grasp, the kobold scoffs.
Weak human. Of course you need crossbow.
Thanks. Awesome. A finely crafted crossbow, lightweight, the type used by peasantry in the late years of the Coast War. It's a tool of swift and easy death for those without training or cause. The mechanism appears to be jammed, however, so you can't fire it, but it sure looks intimidating. I cannot believe that worked either, Bridge. I'm the cleric. Viskin told me to give it to you. Viskin told you to give it to me. Oh, okay. Holy fuck. I love that we haven't even made it out of, like, the first 2 rooms. There's so much to do. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you all are too. But we are at time at the moment. Himbo is contagious. Kobold caught it. What we're learning very quickly is that everybody here is really dumb, and that's great for us, honestly. You love to see it. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. Hope y'all are having a good time. And yeah, I think next time we will. My favorite thing is that 90% of the weapons are fully unusable in combat. That feels very on brand. That also explains why weapons is in scare quotes in the inventory. But anyway, we will be going on to the same thing tomorrow, same time, same place, same situation. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your evening. It's fun to go to a comedy game after fucking some stuff like Scarlet Hollow and Pathologic. Having a very irreverent one is a nice change of pace. But yeah. Yeah, I hope somehow we make this Archlich stupid. But yeah. Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Later. Hey, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to help support me in making more of this, you can follow me on Twitch, where I stream these live. Like, comment, and subscribe. I suspect you all know how this works by now, but it really does help a lot. Thanks.